When I was plagued by recurring panic attacks a few years ago, I tried everything to overcome them. I fought, resisted, and even tried to control them, but all my efforts were in vain. Then I came across Eckhart Tolle, and his teachings led to a life-changing realization. Ironically, my desperate struggle against fear was precisely what ensured its persistence. A fascinating Harvard study involving more than 1,000 participants recently revealed something astonishing. People who accept their negative feelings, including fear, instead of fighting them, are significantly healthier psychologically in the long run. This scientific finding confirms exactly what Eckhart Tolle has been preaching for years. But why does our conventional way of dealing with fear fail? The answer is simple yet profound. Anyone trying to eliminate fear identifies with it. Your ego and your mind turn you into the fear. Imagine your fear as a wave in the ocean. What happens if you try to fight against this wave? You become exhausted, and the wave only gains more power. The same applies when we try to combat our fear. Tolle explains that 90% of our fears do not stem from our current reality, but from our ideas about the future or memories of the past. Our mind constructs a false identity that makes us believe we are constantly under threat. Another study on mindfulness practices shows that by being consciously present, as Tolle teaches, anxiety symptoms can be reduced by up to 43%. However, this does not happen because we fight fear, but because we stop identifying with it. The key is not to get rid of fear, but to accept it fully. This may sound paradoxical, but this is exactly where true transformation begins. Imagine perceiving your fear for the first time as a neutral observer, without stories, judgments, or the desire to change it. In this moment of pure observation, you reveal something revolutionary. The fear is not you, but merely a temporary energy pattern in your body, comparable to clouds passing across the sky. Tolle teaches us that in the present moment there is never a problem, only a situation. As soon as you stop fighting your fear, you discover the deeper stillness behind it, your true self, which is like a vast, untouched sky in which the clouds of fear pass by. Here is a simple practice you can apply immediately. When fear arises within you, pause briefly and consciously feel into your body. Where do you feel it? Observe it with the curiosity of a scientist and inwardly say, "Yes, I acknowledge your presence." Not because you like it, but because it is there. Notice what happens when you stop resisting. The fear gradually loses its power over you, not through struggle, but through complete acceptance. You realize that fear only has as much power as you give it. True freedom does not lie in the absence of fear, but in not identifying with it. You are not your fear, you are the awareness in which it appears and then fades away. This transformation does not happen overnight. It is comparable to learning a new language. At first, you may feel insecure and doubtful, but gradually you will recognize that fear is like a passing storm, while you are the vast sky observing all weather conditions without being touched. Eckhart Tolle reveals another deep truth. We often mistakenly believe that our lives are constantly threatened by fear. This misunderstanding is the root of all our fears. We think we are isolated beings who must protect our small lives from loss, change, or death. As a result, we live in constant fear of losing something we cannot truly possess. Tolle explains it like this: we are not a small, separate entity that must constantly be defended. Rather, we are the vast life that expresses itself through us. As soon as you truly recognize this truth, everything changes. Fear loses its grip because life itself, which is you, knows no fear. The mind produces fear by seeing itself as separate from life, but this separation is only a thought, a story we tell ourselves. This realization has not only changed my life, but has also enabled thousands of people worldwide to adopt a completely new approach to fear, not through struggle, but through understanding and presence. Remember, in the moment of pure presence, there is no fear, only what is. And in that acceptance lies your freedom. With that in mind, we'll speak again soon. Until then, stay present, stay authentic, and stay soul clear.